Much for that. Let's move on now and talk about the pressure that we're seeing in the small caps. The small cap index has now seen a fall of close to about 10% from the intraday record, which was hit on the 8th of February. Now, what are the contributing factors for this fall? Which stocks have been the big losers and which ones have managed to buck the trend and rake in some gains? Hormaz joins in with the details. Hormaz.
You know, what a month can do, right? Is from the small cap index that was making new highs one day after another is now seeing some extreme selling pressure, and the index is now down 10% from that record of 16,691 that it had made on the 8th of February. And since then, the index in absolute terms, the index is down over 1,500 points. Now, since then, only 14 stocks, if we take a look at the 100 constituents of the small cap index, only 14 of them are trading with gains since then, but some of them are trading with gains of even less than 1%, and 80 stocks are trading with losses. More than 80 stocks are trading with losses, and out of those 80, more than 80 to 85 stocks, over 35 of them are trading with losses in excess of 10%. The losses range from anywhere between 10% to as high as 30% for stocks like IIFL Finance. Now take a look at some of the biggest losers since that day, from when the index topped out. Look at SJVN, NBCC, Angel One, Suzlon, Phenol-X Cables. All of them saw some stellar moves throughout 2023, and those stocks from the 8th of February are down in excess of 20%, almost 25% for the four names. Phenol-X Cables is down 22%. But despite this correction, there are still stocks like SJVN and NBCC, they are still trading well above their historical averages. SJVN is now trading at 25.7 times FY25 earnings, which is still higher than its 5-year average of 21 times. Same is the case for NBCC, that is trading at 40 times compared to its 5-year average of 30 times. So it's still, it shows the kind of moves that we have seen in these stocks. And this was from when the index peaked. Now, if you take a look at these stocks on a standalone basis, they have seen a far bigger correction from them on a standalone basis itself, because SJVN made a peak of 170 rupees. That stock is down 33% from that peak. Same is the case with NBCC. That's down 33% as well. Angel One made a high of almost 4,000. Now it's back to 2,500. That is down 34% from the peak. And Suzlon, which made a high of 50 rupees recently, is down 24% from those peaks. And there is a specific sector that I want to highlight, is those high-flying railway PSUs that have seen a sharper correction as well. Stocks like IRFC, RVNL, IRCON and RailTel, most of them had moves of 200 to 300% in 2023, and those stocks now are correcting anywhere between 25 to 30% from their peak. Multiple factors. There's some circular from the Amphi circular, the SEBI chairman also highlighting, saying that there is some froth in some segments in the small cap space. So the mid caps fairly okay, but the small caps are bearing the brunt of this correction. Back to you.
Oh yeah, and the micro caps even more. Got that, Hormaz. Thank you very much.